Divorce Dad Diaries Day 281, and I'm getting new carpet. So I've been in this house, somehow I've been in here like over a month already, but I feel like I'm only just sort of getting settled and into a routine. And now I'm completely uplifting that and uprooting that because I have to move everything out of this house. So fortunately we're doing the house, well, half the house one day and half the house the second day. On this first day we're doing the office, the lounge, the master bedroom, the hallway and the ensuite. So I don't have to move the 3 kids' rooms yet. So I started by moving some of the bits of the pieces in the office out into the garage. A lot of the kitchen stuff I just dragged into the kitchen. Yes, that is a giant duck that you can see. I actually won that at California Adventure Park when I was like 14 or something. It was one of those games where you pay money to get balls and you have to throw them into a hole. If you get into a hole, you win a prize, and I won a prize. I got it on like my second ball. And then they asked me if I wanted to keep going, and I was like, no, not really. I've already got a giant duck that I now have to lug around the theme park. But the carpet was pretty much just damaged by the previous tenants. This part here could be stretched out, but there are some holes that go right through to the underlay. And in general, it smells like pets. It smells like someone has had pets in this house. So HelloFresh actually gave me a call recently and said, hey, you cancelled with us recently. Do you want to get back with us if we give you a discount? And I said, heck yeah. So I've been saving some of my HelloFresh boxes just to deal with some of the small bits and pieces because I knew I'd be having to pack those up as part of this as well. But when we got to the office, I was like, I've got it set up in the way that I like it. I know it's cluttered, but like I don't want to have to take it apart and reset it. So I had this genius idea of just trying to move the entire desk with everything on it out of the office and into the garage. Or at least that was the plan, and as you can see, it didn't quite go to plan. The desk is just a little bit too long, so I did end up having to take everything off the desk and put it all into the kitchen, and then I could lift the desk up and pivot and do all that stuff to get it into the garage. And at this point, it was starting to get late, I was tired, I didn't want to cook dinner, and I thought I would, go out and get something, but that didn't quite go to plan either. So as you may have noticed, I moved my car out of the garage. I need the space to put furniture in it, right? And I've parked it out here in the driveway, and I figured when the tradies come, I'll move it out onto the street. It'll be easier for them if they can, pull the van up and then go in and out in the garage. But I guess, I don't know. I tried to start my car and it won't start. Now, I know it's not a battery issue. I just tried to open up the engine and have a look at the spark plugs and stuff, but it's all covered. It's all covered. Not like my old car. But I was thinking about it, when I tried to start it up, it did like the whole and then it started, it ignited, and then it stalled, and then it wouldn't start again. And I'm thinking, have I flooded the engine perhaps? Like, did it not like the fact that I turned it on to drive it about 5 meters out into my driveway? I learned this neat little trick from my last car, which would sometimes leak oil into places it wasn't supposed to. So I'm just going to slam my foot on the accelerator, put the key in the ignition, turn it, and see if it goes, pretty much. I'll hopefully burn away all the excess petrol that's sitting there, and it'll be able to get started. Let's give it a go. Oh, she's struggling. Now it sounds like the battery's dying. Ugh, far out. I ate a peanut butter sandwich and then went to bed. Okay, so it is now Wednesday morning. I have gotten out of bed. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. I've moved all of the stuff from my bedroom. Well, not all of it. All the small things from my bedroom into the bathroom ensuite. Got all the stuff off the floor in this closet. So as you can see, bed is gone. I have walked it around the corner into my daughter's room. So she now has 2 beds in her room. And as for me, because I still have to work today, remembering I work from home, I'm going to be stationed in my son's room. I've set my laptop up in here. I can just work off the laptop. Got my TV in here, which I'm going to use for background noise, because I think it's kind of awkward that I'm going to be sitting in this house while the carpet layers are doing their thing. So I could put some music on. And later today, I will try my car again, I think. I actually have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so hopefully I can get it going. Wednesday afternoon, and it's the moment of truth. Great success. So I couldn't treat myself yesterday, so I made sure to treat myself tonight by going down to one of my favourite spots, Little Vietnam, here in Rolleston, and getting a banh mi and a matchi. There's half the house done in new carpet. You can tell it's an insurance job because, look, new carpet, old carpet, new carpet, old carpet. Very much looks like the same carpet, doesn't it? just a slightly different colour. But I've got started on resetting and I guess taking apart all the kids' bedrooms. Lola's room that has been emptied. I've put all her stuff in my room. Lincoln's room has also been emptied. And in order to stay ordered, I have put his stuff in the lounge. But I still have to deal with the little kids' room and this thing. So I wanted to see if I could take it apart in 3 pieces, the ladder, the top bunk, and the bottom bunk, so I didn't have to take the whole thing apart and reassemble it. But in the back of my mind, I'm dealing with the fact that the landlord also said that they've got the walls done on insurance and that they're going to be doing some repainting and some refilling. And if they ask me to move the furniture again, I don't want to. I think realistically I should just stop being a stubborn man and ask for help, but here we are. So high, I don't wanna come down. Stick around, that should be the exception. Good music always makes a hard job easier, especially when there's nobody around to hear you singing. Getting the ladder off wasn't too hard. I did have a moment where I only brought a flathead screwdriver and I realised that it was a job for a Phillips, so after getting that sorted it wasn't too bad. And then getting the top bunk off wasn't too hard because it's just held in place by gravity and dowels. But actually getting it around this weird little corner in this room ended up being a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Get out of the way. It was too tall to fit out the door, standing up on its legs, but it was too long to get it properly around that corner. I had this idea that if I couldn't get it around the corner and into the hallway, then maybe I just needed to get it out of the room and into the room next door. But right at this moment, I'm relating to Austin Powers when he's trying to turn that vehicle around in that very tight tunnel, and it got stuck. Took me 25-30 minutes for me to finally come to the realization that it would have been much faster if I'd just taken it apart piece by piece down to the lounge. So that's what I'm doing. I managed to get it down the hallway. My pants were feeling really heavy, carrying all that junk in my pockets. And when I took my shorts off, the button came off. I have no button on my shorts. This is normally something I laugh about, but I just don't have the energy to laugh at the moment. It's 9 p.m. at night. This whole thing has taken way longer than I thought it would. I'm supposed to be grateful because I'm getting new carpet, and I don't feel grateful. I just feel upset. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have an early night. I'll just wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. That'll give me enough time to whip over to McDonald's and get my iced latte, and then we'll start a new day fresh. And I'll sort out this other bed and bedroom. My alarm went off for so long this morning. I'm sore. Let's go get a latte. Got my latte, and I was driving home from McDonald's, and look at this. Look at this. Look at that. A rock hit my windscreen with such force it immediately put a semicircle crack in it. Look. Oh, let's go deal with this bed. When it rains, it pours, and quite literally, it is pissing down in Christchurch at the moment. It's meant to be for the next 4 days, and I'd actually booked a little reward for myself to go and see 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple at the movies on Thursday, and I thought there's no way I'm doing that, so I checked my booking and realised I'd booked it for Friday. I was smart enough to know I'd be too tired, so I'm still going to that, but I also have glass cover on my insurance, so I was able to get into Novus, get it fixed. I sat at their nice little desk and had a free coffee and a free chocolate and just worked from there for a couple of hours while they fixed my car, and then it was back home. So, just got back. Windshield has been replaced and the carpet is done. It's all done, every single room, but this house though. I have my TV in here in the office at the moment, which I haven't even bothered to set up properly. There's just stuff everywhere. And you know what? I'm not going to deal with it. The house doesn't need to be set up till next Tuesday when the kids come back. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. And I think day by day, I'll just do it in chips, piece by piece, and not stress myself out and try to rush it. But honestly, I'm glad it's done. The house smells like carpet glue, which actually isn't a bad smell. And I will catch you on the flip side.